Hello, Excel students. This is a video I want to send you regarding this week assignment. And there is a concept called merge and center. It is right in here, merge and center. The way it works is that you click somewhere here. Let's say, look at this, box 14, and I, highlight all the way through, cell A1, A cell. This is A. Suppose 14, cell A14 all the way through cell M14. And then if I click here, it is called merge and center. That's what happened in here I did, because when you type something, the typing, suppose in the book, shows that, as it, suppose you want, suppose it's a business, for example. And therefore, that is the concept of merge and, center. Then there is a concept called autofill. Do you see I have typed here January, I have typed here February. I put them, I bundle them together. Look at here, look at this plus sign that you see here. I bundle them together. When I bring this plus sign to the very corner, it changes to a solid plus. And if I drag it from here all the way through here, do you see it types all the months for me? Therefore, I do not need to type them manually. This concept is a great concept. Even it can do, if you look at here, if I type here 1, 2, 3, and if I bundle them together, and then I bring the arrow to the very corner and drag it down, do you see it types the numbers for me? Therefore, this is something I wanted you to know. And again, I can do the same thing in here. I can type January here and February here. I bundle them together and drag them all the way to come through here. Then here, imagine these are the expenses that I have. I have expenses. My rent is $1,000. My utilities $200. My advertising $300. I bundle them together. Do you see that? And then I drag them all the way through December. And it is here, and I type here total. And when I type total here, and I can get the total by one time clicking here, I click on auto sum here, I click sum. It recognizes that I want to, calculate the total from here all the way through here. Here you go. And I click enter. That is $12,000, my rent. Then utility is the same, which means when I click here and I click auto sum, and even if I click here, look at here, even if I click here, I drag it down, it understands that I want to do the same thing with these columns in here, and that is the total. Now, imagine that I want to create a kind of chart for my expenses. I have 4 types of expenses, and I have, 3 types of expenses, utilities, rent, and advertise. And then here, advertisement, and these are the total of them. Can I create a chart, a pie chart to show these together? Yes, look at here, I bundle this together. Let's not forget, after I do that, I hold on to the control key with one finger to make sure, because if I don't hold, I want to highlight this one after that. If I don't hold on to the control key, I lose this bundle. Therefore, after I bundle this together, I hold on to the control key with my finger, and I hold, I click here. As you see, 2 columns that are not adjacent are highlighted. The purpose of doing so is because I want to create a chart. Therefore, I go in here and I click insert, and then my charts are here. This is one chart, and I want a pie chart. Look at here. This is the pie chart that you see in, one of the, it is called, textbook assignment. And here, when this pie chart is created, I can, customize this chart any way that I want to. And in order to, take care of this chart, I have to click on it to see the toolbar for this chart. Because if I click somewhere outside the chart, I lose my toolbar for this chart. When I click on it, the toolbar for the chart pops up here, and now I can do anything that I want to. I can move my chart to a new page. Do you see the chart? I can move it here, but it is, in the same page that my, numbers are. What I do is that after I click here, and I want you to look at one more thing. Do you see this chart toolbar has two tabs. One deals with the formatting of the chart, one deals with the design of the chart. The design of the chart allows me to look at the different design of it that I want to have. It allows me to change the color, allows me to switch rows, and I have these things. The formatting allows me to suppose come up with some other. I can fill shape fill, which means if I want to change some color, something, maybe I come here and change, the color and shape outline. Therefore, the outline how it should look like. And therefore, I want you to be aware of these toolbars that pop up. Anytime you want to look at these toolbars, you have to click on the object. This chart is known as an object inside this spreadsheet. If I click here, I lose my toolbar. If I click here, I get my toolbar. And for that reason, I'm going to move my toolbar in my chart to another page. And also, if I click here, I will see the title of the chart and I see the legend. Do you see the legends or these what is written at the bottom? If I click here, I lose the legend. If I click here, the legends came to the right side of here. They came from here. If I want them to be on the right, to the left, to the bottom, and it is, as you see, it rotates. Therefore, each one of these tools here can, help me with something. Here, it, deals with the style of my chart, and this filter chart means that what I want, if I want to get rid of the rent, if I click here, I am going to lose my rent. Means I am going to lose. Let me click there. And then if I click here, I will get my, back. I will get the rent back. Therefore, I want you to be aware of these tools. And also, one thing the book does is that it renames this. Therefore, let me move my chart from this page to another page. I click Move Chart. Move Chart where? To a new page, and I click OK. And as you see, the chart jumped to a new page. Now my Excel, my numbers are here, my chart is here, and therefore I can rename this. In order, imagine that I want to name sheet 1, for example, as I right click on sheet 1 and I click rename. And suppose I put hello here. Therefore, I can rename things in here, and even I can change the color, tab color, and I can make it red. Do you see? It changed to red. And therefore, I want you to become familiar with these tools. Excel is an great program for business students, and for not only business students, anyone can use this program. Because I have seen, if you are an employee of a hospital, you are an employee anywhere, a student, you can use Excel, and it is a great. And also, if you put on your resume that you are familiar with Excel, it will be great. Therefore, if you have any questions, if you need any help, let me know.